Here on USMMAsports.com, we catch up with head coach of the track and field and cross country teams at the Merchant Marine Academy, Greg Lott. Coach, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
As the cross country teams get ready for the 2012 Landmark Conference Championships, Coach, we'll start off talking about the men's team. You have two freshmen competing very well this season, freshmen who have won Player of the Week awards, John Weldon and Andrew Walsh. Really, the team has been young overall. I guess entering the season, question is, did you know how good this team could be?
Actually, I think we're probably about a year ahead of schedule with well, at least my thought process going into it. I knew we were going to be very young. We've had about 5 of our top 7 consistently in the plebe class, and we knew we had a strong recruiting class, which we were very excited about. But oftentimes at a service academy, it takes a year or two to really develop. And these guys, they've really been coming along. They've had some great leadership by some of our upperclassmen. And, I mean, frankly, they're in a position to contend about a year quicker than I expected.
Speaking of contention, the team has won 2 meets this year, the Highland Cross Country Challenge and a win at Purchase Invitational. To kind of compete this weekend, you know you have high expectations for the team now that they have performed so well. What is going to be the key for them to hopefully win a Landmark Conference Championship?
Well, we'll say that I'm cautiously optimistic. We definitely have the talent to be able to contend this year, and we've proven thus far that they're absolutely capable of doing so. We are in finals week right now, as you know, which oftentimes means just 2-3 hours a night of sleep. So my fingers are crossed that they're getting the rest that they need to. I think mentally the guys are all in the right frame of mind, and it's just going to be a matter of how fresh they feel and how the young guys are able to deal with the extra adrenaline and the extra pressure of it being championship season.
And now moving on to the women's team. The women's team has shown improvement from last year. They won the Purchase Invitational this year, 3rd at the West Point Open. What has been kind of some of the keys for them to slowly get better? I guess they're probably on schedule if the men are ahead of schedule.
Yeah, you know, we've been hit by the injury bug just a little bit this year on the women's side. Really, I think how healthy they are is going to really determine their place at the conference meets. We're definitely, I think, regardless, in a position of improvement versus last year. Hopefully, we can finish a couple places higher than we have the past few years. Once again, a lot of good young talent on the women's side. We've also got a senior, Gretchen Hollebeck, that's been running fantastically well. And I'm hoping that they can put it together. You know, we're looking at maybe moving a spot or 2 up on the list from a year ago.
Well, other than getting a little bit healthier, what does the team kind of need to do so that they do get some improvement? What have you guys been working on to kind of aim for a few spots higher?
Well, a lot of it's just fitness. Being a young team, some of the girls weren't used to as high of a mileage program, which is part of why some of these overuse injuries have popped up a little bit. And that's just something that it's going to be a couple-year process. Like you said, this is probably more what I expected, you know, for both genders than you know, just what's happening on the girls' team. So, you know, as they continue to develop, continue to put in these cumulative miles over the next season or 2, I think we've got a great, strong base that, like I said, will improve this season and be all set to keep shooting up the ladder in the years to come.
Thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Merchant Marine Academy cross-country teams head to the Landmark Conference Championships at Juniata this Saturday.